Hey everybody, it's Charlie. It's Swift Contractors Corner. It is Tuesday. I almost said Friday. That was weird. It's the 22nd in the year 2022. 3/22/22. Just saying, I don't know why, but I like that little thing and whatever. You know what? Leave me alone. Just stop. Look, I got Jeff Morton here. He's
Yes,
already
sir.
parked in Memphis, hanging out. Hey, if anyone's in Memphis, you should go bang his truck a little bit. Just it'd be fun. If you can figure it out which one it is, it'll be fun. You know, if I would get him some stickers somehow, you'd be able to find his truck because he'd have a cool little sticker on the side of his truck that said Swift Contractors Corner. But
Yes.
I'm not cool like that because I'm a terrible person. Yeah. I don't know what to do. So we're gonna give this a little bit of time because we changed the way this is happening and all that sort of thing. Excuse me. And yeah, we're gonna wait for some people to tune in. Hopefully they'll click the little button and they'll get in here and hopefully I'm not upsetting too many people by not broadcasting live on Facebook. But we'll see what happens. And yeah, so some cool things have gone on this week. Not the things that I want to, but yeah.
Jacksonville, then Ocala.
Who's that? Oh, I forgot I had chat. Alan
Yeah.
Becker. Oh, you didn't make it to Ocala? Look, I almost went up to Ocala today. So I'm probably not going to see you in Ocala because I got to go up to Lake City early in the morning. So yeah, sorry, Alan. But look, Alan Becker's in Jacksonville. He's got a sticker on the side of his truck. It says Swift Contractors Corner. Just saying, because yeah.
Because you like him better?
No, well, he made the damn stickers. You know, what do you want from me, man? What do you want from me? It's cool. But yeah, so hey, look, we got Rosie here. Rosie's here. Look, she's ready to take a call. If anyone's out there who wants to call, by all means, please call. And yeah, we'll do this thing. So I'm gonna give it just another minute. Let some people tune in. And if they don't, then they can watch the replay, and we'll get on to that stuff. But Rosie's bailing on me this week. Can you believe that? I have to go work solo. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and she's gonna go hang out in Tampa with her sisters, and they're gonna do girly things because whatever, chicks. I don't even know what to do. Whatever. I figured I'd go make a couple days of revenue so that it doesn't throw the settlement into the tailspin. Not that it really matters, but whatever. I just figured a couple of days of revenue wouldn't hurt my feelings any. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this fuel surcharge thing real quick. And let's jump into that, and then we'll come back here and we will do some talking and see what people are doing, that sort of thing. And yeah, it's going to be a little slower tonight than normal because of us not broadcasting live on Facebook. Like I said, hopefully people will start clicking over. We just want to see how things go this way. And those of you tuning in, thank you for being here. Yeah.
Hey, we got another couple ones.
I don't know how to say your name. I just wanted to throw it up because I was Oh, D-Lo. Is that the D-Lo? I'm just saying. And who do we got here? Good evening.
Ken Kelly.
D Hubbard Racing. Good evening. Timothy Ransom. You get paid the fuel surcharge every week, man. Yeah. And so get this. Let me do the fuel surcharge report. We'll come right back to this. And oh my God, there's so many noises going on. There's some weirdness happening. Like beep, 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 beep. I don't even know what that was. I think that's my microwave going off in the kitchen.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna have to tell that kid to calm down. I'm gonna throw you out for a minute, my love, and I'm gonna do the fuel surcharge report, and I'll bring you back in a little bit. And let's see, gonna close that one. Yeah, look, that's my planner, y'all. That's my planner right there, D-Lo, Lady D-Lo. I'm so happy your name is D-Lo on YouTube because that's what I call her. I'm like, yo, D-Lo, whatever. Anyhow, so check this out. Let's do this, and I'll be right back. Let me switch buttons because, you would think I would know to actually have the right screen up so I could push the proper buttons. No, it's like
Charlie's tired. Charlie's tired.
A little bit. It was a weird week for me. So yeah, let's just get into that. All right. Pow. So the national diesel fuel cost average, it went down. Makes me a little sad, but it only dropped 0.116. Dropped from 5.25 down to 5.134. The West Coast Pad 5 also went down 0.07 to 5.797. The fuel surcharge dropped from 0.677 down to 655. So really not a brutal drop. It's actually kind of a cool thing there. Sorry, I got to adjust my mic. The West Coast fuel surcharge actually went up a penny because that disparity between the West Coast Pad 5 and the national average grew larger. It's always weird when that happens. I don't know what the hell the deal is. But anyhow, that's your fuel surcharge report. 0.655 this week, guys. And I'm going to go back to that fuel surcharge question here right now. So, your fuel surcharge question. Let me go back to that.
Which one?
This one here. So check this out. So the fuel surcharge that I just put out, that 6.55, is going to cover your loads, dispatch loads that happened starting Thursday, Wednesday night, midnight, Thursday morning, midnight, and go until Wednesday night, midnight. And yeah, so it's going to cover this week, which we are mostly through. So it kind of sits back a week. So you actually should have had a fuel surcharge on the last week if you had run any miles. Let me know if you got questions specifically about that. And yeah, throw it up there. We will get to those. And yeah. And then Timothy Ransom said won't show up until Thursday on the pending pay. That's about right.
Yeah, but what you can do if you're curious is you can just add up your loaded miles for the week and multiply by 0.655 for this week, and you'll know what you're getting paid on fuel surcharge.
Yeah, so it'll all be good. Craig Hutchinson checking in there. Hello, everyone. Hey, Craig. So, like I said, this swapping over to strictly YouTube thing is an experiment we're going to try for a couple of weeks and see how it does, and see if we can get people to come over here rather than the Facebook side. And purely, it's because of my nerd brain. I like to see the analytics and see who's watching what when. Well, I wish it could tell me who, but it will let me know some certain things, and it helps us improve the show and that sort of stuff, guys. It's nerd stuff on my end. I can't help it. But once it like, I can see who watches live, not who watches live, but how many people watch live when we're streaming. And I have a magic number. Once the show ends, I get no more tracking out of the Facebook. So I have no idea how many people watch the Facebook, replay and all that kind of thing. So yeah. Dennis Lewis.
Other things that we can see too is kind of cool is like if you guys start getting bored and dropping like flies, we can see that on the YouTube part. And so you can say, oh, that bored the bat snot out of people, so let's not do that again.
Right. Like me talking about this nerd stuff in the analytics, you know what I mean? So that's cool. So, oh, look, Dennis, man. Oh my God. See, look, he busted me out. I didn't even realize that. Thanks for the phone call. Yeah, I didn't call Dennis back today. I'm sorry, dude. I've been working on this stuff. And then, look, I actually took a call that was a long call. I was on the phone on a single call for 2 hours, and I dug it. And I apologize, but it ran up all my time out of being able to do anything. And then I was like, oh my God, yep, I'm a terrible person. There's some other people I didn't dip into. So this week, you guys, fuel prices, check this out. So if you're on the ES Advantage card or NASDAQ or something like that, you've seen some ups and downs and a lot of movement over the last week and a half. What you guys that are not on the card saw was some minor starting to drop.
Right.
I mean, literally, I don't understand what's going on with the retail side, because it does not follow the wholesale side like we're seeing. We'll see, a change every day of the week, whether it's up or down. I mean, we've seen some pretty big jumps in both directions. But then the pump price doesn't reflect that. It's a weird thing to me. I don't understand it. We're still trying to figure it out, but yeah.
I'm about ready to get a tinfoil hat, Charlie, and put put it under my baseball cap.
Right. Look, I got it on my tinfoil drawers right now, so I'm just saying. Want to see? Wait, never mind.
No, we don't want nobody. We'll get censored.
Alan says he's got 20 stickers in his truck. If anyone's going to be in Ocala, he'll be there till Friday morning. And also, if he happens to run out of them, Sue Smith, the OOC in Ocala, also has some stickers, but you have to specifically ask for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I told her. I said, don't give stickers to just anyone. They have to ask for it. Let them know. So there you go, you guys. A little inside track there. I'm just saying. Excuse me. I am having a hell of a time with my sinuses today. It's been one of those days. Oh my God. And it's like, this is like the 7th or 12th springtime of this year in Florida because we go through these weird waves. But hey, if you guys got anything you want to talk about, we didn't set up anything on a real topic type based thing today. I just wanted to share some stuff but look, I'm going to throw her back in there. Bam, Rosie's back in. She's like, oh crap, you got me when I wasn't even thinking about it. Because that's just fun to do, y'all. I don't even think you understand.
Blackbeard, you missed everything. We're done, man. We're done.
Yeah, the show's over.
Sorry, Blackbeard.
We're gonna wrap it. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Oh no, I'm just playing. So yes, Alan, you can get a visor card, not a visitor card, from her. In fact, she's got some of my business cards. She's got visor cards. She's got stickers. So if you want any of that stuff, pop into Ocala, see Sue. We're trying to get some stuff out. Troutdale, Oregon. If you pop up and see mine and Jeff's and Rosie's handy dandy OOC up there, she actually has some visor cards available. I think I dropped her some business cards. I didn't have the stickers yet, so she doesn't have those. But yeah. Wait, what I miss? Timothy Ransom said the ES card is real nice, but you don't really get any good discounts in California for some reason. I don't know. Is it beating the pump prices? I mean, I'm pretty happy at 2 cents, honestly. I mean, yes, I'm going to post a number that's kind of unreal, but go ahead, Jeff.
Well, it just depends.
Right.
If the SWIFT 5 cents is beating ES, then use the combat card.
Right.
That's just best for you if you're going to run that region, or do like I try to do. So I bought bad tires once going to California. Before you get into California, where you get that big discount. If do the math, if it makes sense, follow the math. Don't, no.
I don't know. 30 cents is actually pretty good.
Ken's been on my case all week about, hey man, you and your California thing. I make good money. Right. I'm like, yeah, I know, Ken. I know you do. And it's just, I made a mistake that cost me a couple $100. So that was hard.
Right.
That was a hard lesson. And
right.
The math doesn't lie. Follow the math. That's all I can say about that.
Yeah, and I'll take the 30-cent discount over the 5-cent rebate. You dig? I'm just saying. Oh, look, that cat. Oh my gosh.
Meow. I'm like, put me back in the green room.
That cat is amazing.
She just sees me and she starts.
She's got impeccable timing, I swear. And Ken said he's getting 50 cents and more in Northern California. So I mean, yeah, I guess it just depends where.
I just pulled up from Ontario to Reading, 78.5 cents off the pump price, and the lowest is 48 cents. So
sounds legit to me. Just
so
saying.
I mean, California fuel. Yeah, it could be. And California, no doubt, they just have high prices. So even though you're seeing, say, we can't mention names, of course, Charlie reminded me of that. But like I'm looking at even the
place that cannot be mentioned.
Right. At 44-cent savings, retail is $6.19, and our price with that 44 cents off is $5.75, which is higher than any place else that you're going to buy fuel. It just is.
It's brutal.
It just is. So that's where we talk about the IFTA thing. Run your numbers less IFTA, so you could be double sure with that math. And if it makes sense for your route, You know, I know that I can make it from Arizona to Ashland, Oregon on one tank. And I've done that for a long time. Just I would not buy fuel in California because it was just so much cheaper in those two other spots. Less IFTA. Even less IFTA, and California IFTA is crazy to me. So
yeah, for real. Yeah, it hurts my
but you know, if you're like Ken that runs California all the time, he's just figured out how to run it. And he has his fuel stops, and we've talked about that. Yeah, and you got to do the shopping, you got to do the math, and you can make a killing running California with that extra surcharge.
Absolutely. And
if you're not spending it all on
10
fuel.
cents this week.
Right. As long as you're not spending it on fuel, make sure you're not spending all that 10 cents on fuel. But you can make a killing. Like sometimes when I'm in Ontario, I'll get a load. I got one a couple of weeks ago that was all the way from Ontario, California, to, help me out, Charlie. Where was that? In Alabama.
It was
Mobile, because I always forget that name for some reason. I don't know. Sounds
Steel
like a fake
trap
city
about weird things.
So, seems like a made up city to me. But anyway,
right?
So from there to Mobile, and that was when the West Coast differential was at 12 cents. And I got that extra 12 cents that entire load.
Right.
Because I picked it up in Ontario. It was awesome. I giggled all week. Charlie, I tell you, every time he called me, I was giggling already.
Oh, it was great. And hearing Jeff laugh and smile, look, y'all don't understand. We haven't seen Jeff's smile and laughing a lot over the long term here, but with these fuel prices being what they are, we see it a lot now.
It's called the Morton scowl. I get it from my dad. That's my excuse. And this was also before we were doing ES. We were just doing the fuel book stuff.
Right.
And I was giggling over finding this mom and pop place that was like 50 cents less than every place else on the route. Boy, that took me like an hour and a half to fuel there because everybody else, there was nothing in there. Nobody was in there but me and guys that were independents. So you know it's kind of like, how do you know if a Japanese restaurant is a good Japanese restaurant? Every Japanese. Nothing but independents in that truck stop. So you knew it was a good price. So
yeah, no doubt.
If I had the ES at the time, I would have been just ecstatic.
Yeah, right. I mean, like for real. Oh my God. Like I mean, it's seriously, it's completely crazy. Hey, if anyone want to call in, Rosie's sitting there. She's bored. She needs to take some calls. Every now and then I throw in here and we listen to the cat meow. That's always fun. I dig it. But yeah, 1-813 LIVE-SCC 813-548-3722. I keep pushing it. No one's calling it, but that's cool. Eventually, someone's going to start calling it. You guys are going to start hanging out with us on the phone,
it up,
asking your questions live. Yeah, blow it up, and I'm going to have to add new lines to it. Yes, I've got. I can't wait. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm going to bring her back in here just for fun. You know why? Because I need her to hold our screens up so I can show these numbers. I wanted to share something from this week. So my numbers this week on fuel, here you go. I bought 418 gallons and I spent $1,730.15. But I saved $417.84. That was on 4 fill-ups. So average that out. That's a little over $100 a fill-up. Just throwing it out there, guys. Just throwing it out there. You know, and since I've started using ES, I have some more numbers for you. I've spent $7,221.98, and I've saved $1,393.76. That is 19 fill-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, you know, and my average discount over all those was 59 cents. On this last week, what was my average? 74 cents over the last 4 days. So, I mean, seriously, guys, the savings we're getting, and we're trying not to harp on this card, but this card just makes sense. I talked to a guy with his own authority the other day up in Jackson, Georgia. And he was at the pump next to me, and I got to talking to him. I'm like, hey, man, what do you use for a fuel card? He's like, I use that one. I'm like, which one? Oh, yeah, that one. Gotcha. So I'm going to say it nastic. And I said, I bet I bet my fuel card is beating your price today. And I was like willing to buy this guy lunch if he won, like for real. I was just that sure of it. And he said, well, what fuel card do you use? I said, ES Advantage. And I said, what's your price here right now? And I wasn't even sure what my price was. I knew it was the lowest on my route. I just couldn't remember what the dollar figure was. So he opens his up, and I start opening mine up, and he sees the WEX app open up. He's like, yeah, it's WEX. That's the same thing. It's going to be the same price. I'm like, no. I'm telling you, we're going to beat you by 7 to 10 cents. He's like, that doesn't make sense. And sure enough, when I opened it up, his price was 10 cents more than mine.
Mm-hmm. Different contract.
So, there's folks out there that say, well, right, folks are saying, well, but that you get charged a transaction fee. So when you swipe the card, you get $2.50 hit. And then when you fund the card, you get hit for, 0.05% if you're using the ACH option, which I hope you all are using, or 3.5 on the debit credit, which I hope you're not using. So utilizing the ACH option, I did a little side-by-side comparison, and for the $2.50 fee for the swipe fee, I added that to a fill-up that I had last week. That's when I was having this discussion. And then I calculated what the ACH fee would have been to fund that amount on that fill-up, and we still came in 7 cents cheaper using the ES Advantage card versus the NASTIC card, and I had not calculated in that $300 a year fee. Plus, they charge you $50 for the first time when you first sign up with them to set up your card. And then there's a $4.25 a month fee that nobody talks about or even realizes was there, which is a maintenance fee that they call it. So that $300 I calculated, if you filled up six times a week, and you were out there 52 weeks a year, it was still 96 cents a fill up is what it was costing you on that 300. So adding that into it just increased the savings overall, even after figuring in our fees. So look, I'm not talking bad about NASTIC. I'm just saying that, people have argued with me this week and last week. Well, NASTIC, doesn't charge fees. You guys get charged fees. And I'm telling you, those fees on that fill up averaged about 4 cents a gallon. And it was great. So anyhow, I'll get off of that unless you guys want to talk more about that. I see there's some chat that I missed. I'm sorry. I'll try.
Yeah, Alan Becker's lack of a better term.
Yeah. Right. It's because you like spending money. Yeah, TK, I hear you, man. It ain't that way. I was just that sure of my deal. He said that I just like spending money. No, I don't.
More than spending money. I like having money to spend. That's right. That's my thing. So I don't have any fancy slides or anything, but I wanted to just point out what the fuel surcharge did for me this week after everything was said and done. So I spent $1,133.80 total on fuel. That includes the $2.50. I calculate that in for the swipe fee. Yep. Fuel surcharge paid me $1,370.90, which means I profited $237.10 on the fuel surcharge. Swift paid me that much more than what I paid for fuel.
Oh, that's right. What I say mine was, Jeff, do you remember? Was it like, I think it was like one something?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. It was like 130 or 180 something is what I saved over. And I still actually might have one more fill up this week. I don't know how it's going to work out on Wednesday yet, because I'm working Wednesday during the day like a normal person. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
All by myself, guys. All by myself. Because Rosie,
I don't recommend it. But yeah, so a lot of guys, especially in the Swift drivers group, people are really worried about, this fuel price, though. How are you guys making it? Well, that's how we're making it. You find yourself a good discount card, whatever it is. You shop for fuel, and at fuel prices the way they are now, and the surcharge as high as it is, you're getting paid to put fuel in your tank.
Right. Oh, so I had a conversation in my 2-hour phone call earlier, and I'm just going to throw his name out there. It was Mark Ollinger, and because I really like that guy, and he's good about numbers, and so I've been talking with Mark for years. In fact, ever since he started contracting, I think I actually started talking to him just before he signed his contract. And he is, look, if I ever want to feel good about anything I've done, that's one of the guys I'm throwing up there, because this guy has done almost everything right. I mean, there's some things he does on his own. That's actually what I'm going to talk about. So he still doesn't have the S Advantage card, but I think as of today, he's decided he's going to get it. And he kept getting hit with about 400. He runs the same route every day for bush beans. And I want you guys to understand, he runs bush beans, so you know he's heavy as hell. He runs from Tennessee up to Wisconsin. And I want you to understand, his average fuel mileage is 8.5 miles per gallon.
Confirmed.
Yes. This is tracked on Let's Truck. He puts it all in. So, yeah, I just wanted to throw it out there. But he was buying fuel, and he kept getting hit for those $400 IFTA, fees on the third week or whatever it is that we get charged for those. He's like, well, I don't like that. And so he called the fuel tax guy, and the fuel tax guy said, well, if you do this, this, and that. And I think what they actually told him was, you should spend more money in those IFTA states, and then it'll average out better. And I said, well, okay, I can see that, only if less IFTA, that's still the best price. And so then I broke down his route, and he runs Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, and Wisconsin. That's his route. And so I pulled up today's numbers, and I told him what the pump price is for ES people, and I removed the IFTA out of it. And it turns out when he was spending his extra money in Illinois, that was the most expensive fuel stop on his route. It was the number 2 that was going without removing the IFTA. Once you remove the IFTA, it was actually number 2 on his route. So maybe there's an argument there, but here's the problem. As number 2, it was still 22 cents higher than the number 1. So he's going to pay an extra 22 cents a gallon to front load that IFTA. That's not worth it to me. I mean, the 22 cents a gallon is a big savings, on top of everything else. And so he's actually going to swap over. He's got the money to just fully fund the card. I want you to understand, I told this guy way back when, I said, look, you're going to get into a new lease. Don't do what everybody does, because 99.999999% get into a new lease and they don't save any money for the balloon payment. They're like, oh, well, I'll finance it, or I'll figure it out then. From day one, he started setting money aside for his balloon payment. He figured out how long during his lease, how much he'd have to set aside each week for that, so that when he got to the end of his lease, he could stroke a check. And he's at that point. He's working on getting in towards the end of that lease. When he does, he's actually going to have the money to dump on that $60K balloon. And that to me is amazing. Now, if we get him on this fuel card, which I'm willing to bet is going to happen very quickly now after he saw the price discounts on his route, it hurt his feelings a little bit. And so yeah, I mean, look, we tell you guys a lot of stuff. We say a lot of things. We back it up with the numbers, and the numbers aren't the disputable part. My opinion is one thing, Jeff's opinion is another thing, and Rosie, Lord, look, let's just make her uncomfortable. When Rosie says something, you got to question it, because it's just Rosie. I'm just saying. But no. But when the numbers are there that support what we're saying, I don't know how you argue that. I mean, look, I told him, look, if you're gonna keep buying fuel there, understand that as of today, it would cost you an extra 22 cents a gallon. And I'm not going to argue with you over that, because I know the numbers. So do with that what you will. Understand the numbers and then make those decisions, but don't make the decisions without understanding the numbers, you guys.
Yeah.
The numbers are what keeps us going and drives everything. And personally for me, there's a weird balance you have to find, the numbers versus, life and having a life and doing things. And, it's not always about making the most money as you can. It's about building a life that you're happy with, that you can be groovy in, right?
Yeah.
If for Rosie and I, that's 3-4 days a week max 4 days a week of work. And people, they're like, you guys aren't a team, you do 3,000 miles a week. And we're like, yeah, but it's perfect for us. It does what we need. It meets all of our needs.
Yep.
I don't tell you. You got to figure out what's going to work for you and find that balance.
We talk to people all the time is that maybe they have some extenuating circumstances where they need to be home more.
Right.
So that's one of those examples where, well, how do you want to do that? Do you want to find a dedicated account, knowing that the dedicated account's not going to pay as much, but you're able to be home like you want to be?
Right.
You know, all sorts of things, and you can't argue the lifestyle argument. You know, if a person wants to, let's figure out how you can do that and still make your mortgage payment.
Right.
You know,
and that really is a trick. It's that balance thing, right? I mean, meeting your needs and making sure the numbers support that. You know, I mean, I don't know a better way to say it than that. I mean, you know, you can't be mad when you don't make as much as you possibly could when you're not doing the things that would make you that money. Does that make sense? Did I say that right, Jeff?
Right. Yeah.
Maybe I should ask Rosie. Rosie, does that make sense? Is that the right way to say that?
It does make sense.
Can you repeat that back to me in Spanish? That would be amazing right now.
Stop.
No, I'm not going to do it.
No.
Good God,
No.
woman. Why do we have you here? Because I love you. I like looking at you all uncomfortable.
Just so everybody knows, Charlie's lovely wife, Rosie, did not want to be in the lower screen at all. So.
No. It's just fun to put her there. Excuse me while I light my cigar.
I'm supposed to be in the green room.
Yes.
If people would call you, I would put you in the green room, but nobody's calling you. Maybe it's Rosie. Maybe you guys just don't want to talk to Rosie. Is that what the problem is?
She is kind of scary.
Maybe Rosie is the problem. Look, she can't cut you through the phone. It's okay.
People I'm reading the lines here, and it's like they're calling somebody the boss. It's like, hi, Charlie, Jeff, and the boss. And I was like, baby. What?
You.
Yep, that's you.
Hey, you know, when Charlie and I did our first thing with the recruiters in Greer, Rosie was there as well, and I got to tell you, I was intimidated. We went to dinner. We went to dinner where Rosie wanted to go to dinner. I tell you what.
That's right. She's like, no, we're gonna do this.
No.
See, look. This is what I deal with at work every day. I want you guys to understand that. Everyone knows Charlie is tolerated because we love Rosie. Do you know every day, just about every day, Ida at the account runner at Target in Lake City, Florida, who always needs drivers, in case you're wondering, tells me every day that I talk to her, you know, tell Rosie I love her. What about me? Yeah, I just tolerate you. What in the hell is going on here? I don't even get it, but whatever. You know what, D-Lo? I love you. Hey, for those of you who don't know, D-Lo is the surrogate that carried mine and Rosie's child. And, you know, we like to spread that around and let people know. We've allowed her to keep the child till 18 or some, you know, every couple weekends here and there when the child is old enough to be cool to go do things with. And yeah, so there you go. Was that inappropriate?
I don't even know what to say about that.
The cutest baby you ever saw. I love that child. I love D-Lo. She's awesome. She makes me happy. She'll fit in your pocket. She's only like this big. You want, wait. She's like this big, like for real. Like I'm not even exaggerating. She's tiny. It's fun. I like her. You like. She's standing up, and you want to sit on the floor just to talk to her because she's awesome.
So to touch on Charlie's little bit about Lake City, by the way, any of you that might be watching or watching later that just started your lease and you're a team, you really ought to contact Charlie and try and get over there, because you could make bank running that team like he does and Rosie does, only better, because
especially right now
they don't actually work a full week. But
right.
If you were to do that before your payments start up, holy cow, man.
Mm-hmm.
You could really
last week
get yourself
we
ahead.
Grossed $1.96 a mile.
Yeah.
On a Swift contract. I'm just saying. I'm not on the Target contract. I'm on an OTR contract. I won't sign a Target contract. But hey, that's another discussion for another day, I think. But yeah, I mean, there is some money to be made in certain places when you can find these little niche things to get into. it's pretty awesome, you guys. And so you guys that are just starting out, you know, reach out to Jeff, reach out to myself, reach out to Rosie. Heck, she's on Facebook. You'll see her in there. Ask her, you know, sometimes she's nice and she can tell you some stuff. And she's willing to help. And she's bilingual. We're reaching out to another community because of her. And, you know, she's been helping out on some stuff. And
is that's Mandarin, right, Charlie?
Right. Maybe. Definitely Mandarin. Something like that. You know. But yeah, you know, like she can speak the lingo, yo. She's a fluent Spanish speaker.
That we had months ago that we haven't talked about real recently is the other thing too, you guys, that if you get yourself in a little bit of a pickle because some sort of maintenance snafu, it costs you a buttload of money, you know, out to some of these dedicated accounts like Walmart, Target, stuff like that, and see if they need surge drivers. That's the key. You need to do it on surge. You don't want to do it on the contract. But like, you know, you heard me talk a lot about Opelika when I was doing that. And I still had a payment when I was doing that on the truck. I was paying off my note for the buyout at the time.
Right.
And I was still netting in the bank over $1. So like, especially if you're in a pickle, because, you know, these guys won't keep you forever. Most of them. Charlie's special for some reason with that one. But most of these people won't keep you on OTR rate forever. They'll want you to sign that contract. But if you can be there long enough to get yourself out of that situation in a better place,
which you typically could do. I mean, most of those accounts will keep you 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, my 2-week tour there turned into 3 months. I mean, it was like the wife was literally saying, so when are you coming home? I'm like, I don't know.
Like, do I need a new husband here?
I'm making all this money, and then if I leave, I might not be able to come back. You know?
Right.
So,
Mr. Espinoza. So the Lake City Target runs Florida, a little bit of south, like down to Naples sometimes. Most of it is kind of team based. You'll make better money as an owner there if you're running a team. That stuff's going to run up as high as Huntsville, Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Atlanta, things like that. So it's all Florida, Alabama, and Georgia, basically. I think I touched it right. I don't know. Call Dolores. She'll be in the office tomorrow, though. Lady D-Lo there. She'll be at the office in Lake City, Florida, and she would be glad to tell you more about it if you're actually interested in going in there. I'm just saying, don't do it first thing in the morning. Don't do it first thing.
Let her have some time.
She is scary first thing in the morning. Look, you guys just don't know. She's only this big, but man, when she put a hurt on you, like you just don't even know. Oh my God. But very cool people there. I dig the people there, honestly. And well, you know, most of them. I'll let them figure out who. Anyhow, so if you guys get any other questions, throw them up there, you guys, and we will be happy to answer those. Any of you who are new to the channel, new to seeing the videos, let us know. We'd like to talk to you. And if you got questions, don't be shy. Throw them up. You know, Dolores, you know, if you really wanted to, you could call Rosie on the phone at 813 LIVE-SCC, and we could put you on the air if you wanted to talk about the account for a minute. I'm just saying, you know, we could be like, hey, look, here's Dolores. Ask a question about the thing. But maybe not. Maybe she's taking care of our child right now.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, she could be taking care of our child. That child may be attached to her. He's got teeth now. And I've now come up with a term because of this child. It's called Mateoing someone. Just going to throw that out there. And it involved a certain body part that women have that creates milk. And he wanted to let her know that he had teeth. He was just checking. I'm just saying. I am telling way too much. Trucker Dan. So I'm sorry, buddy. I saw you ask that question earlier, and for some reason I glossed over it. I apologize. Look, we still don't know. Honest to God. I mean, I can't give you a solid answer there. The problem is the back end coding to get it to cooperate and into Swift system. If they could get that sorted out, it'll be live tomorrow if they figure it out tonight.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I reached out to Brett today. They had no update on it at all. You know what I mean? Oh, D-Lo, check this out. I'm sorry. Watch this. Look. I don't even have to say it. I'm gonna be like, look, Rosie, duck over to your left. Ready, go. Call live FCC 813 live FCC 548-3722. In case you want, there you go. Peek. She's like Gilroy. Hello, remember me? But yeah, so there you go. That's the number if you want to call in for anybody, and that's for anybody that wants to call in, guys. You can call in, ask your questions live, and yeah. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. There was a squirrel over there, Sean Holloway. I'm gonna go back to that. I had to close that screen and take that off of her face.
You got the squirrel this morning.
Oh my God, babe! You better change your headphones. You know why? You've got a call.
What?
How do we react to this?
Babe, I see a call.
Why are you seeing it and I'm not? Hang on.
Look on that screen.
Huh?
Look on that screen. Go.
I am. I'm looking on the screen.
Let's throw her out of here. I can't hear her anymore. So yeah. Wait. Sean Holloway. I apologize. Just left the target dedicated in Texas for expedited OTR out of Florida. Oh, nice. So he gave me some insight on the load board. Cool deal. Arthur Evans. Hey, I'm really considering coming over to Swift Lease Purchase. I'm loving what I'm hearing about the company. Hey, look, by all means, reach out to myself, Jeff, on Facebook, or ask questions here, or you can leave comments on any of our videos, and we'll be happy to get into it. And seriously, I mean, we can talk some stuff. I mean, if you want to run real numbers, if you're a contractor now, and you want to compare your numbers with what we're doing, by all means, we'll do that.
Yeah, and we'll do one-on-one through PM or phone calls or whatever.
Right.
If we can get you into a public forum and do it. I personally do prefer that because more people than just you benefit.
Right.
We'll see the conversation and people more, I think.
I think you got weird things going on. I think trucks are driving past your truck, Jeff. You had the greatest freeze up right now. You just don't even know. It was amazing. I heard everything you said, but then it made you talk really fast. So you're like, blah, 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 and it was cool. You could hear it all. It was great. I enjoyed the crap out of it. I just want you to understand that.
No.
Hey, look, we have a call. It's Ken Kelly. Let's pull Ken Kelly in. He's going to yell at us. Watch. He's totally going to yell at us. This will be great. I love when he talks. Here. See if I did this right. Ken Kelly, are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. I had to take off. I couldn't watch. I had to take off. I couldn't watch you anymore. Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't watch you because I have to drive.
You're live on the air.
I just got a quick question. Yeah, well, yeah, okay. I just have a quick question for you. What is it you guys are watching for the market on the wholesale thing? Because I'm watching, it's given me a serious headache.
Okay.
This wholesale.
You know what? Jeff, should we do it? I think we're pretty solid on it.
I think we have good enough track record now. Go.
All right. Hey,
it's your deal, man.
Roland, I'm going to come back to your question. I have someone to answer your questions. Hang on. D'Lo, we got D'Lo standing by. I'm going to get her there. And but Ken, here's what I'm watching. Ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's the heating oil market.
Are you serious?
It is absolutely tied to diesel. And only the wholesale diesel market. Figure this one out.
Yep.
Because
I'm watching the oil prices and the futures on it, and it just doesn't match up with what you guys are seeing at all.
I'm going to bear with me for just a minute. I'm going to do something here that I probably shouldn't do. I'm going to pull up a screen, and let me do this real fast because I want you to see what it is I saw today and what I sent to Angel and what Angel posted. So I go to the NASDAQ site and I get the heating oil close price for the day, right? The close price So Monday's close price was up 0.1529 cents. It closed up. The price had gone up on the heating oil. And what that means is that Tuesday night at midnight, we should see a similar increase or decrease, whatever that market did that day. Midnight the day after. So we can forecast 2 days right now. And so I'm going to swap over to this screen real quick because I want you won't be able to see it, but I want other people to see it since I'm talking about it. You can come back and check this out. You'll dig it. Yeah. So right here, there you go. This shows yesterday's price, and it shows you that it's the closing price, 5:15 p.m. yesterday at 0.1529 up. When I sent that to Angel today, NASDAQ put out their price expectation for tonight at midnight, and it was that price. And I knew this price yesterday. I'm just saying. It's there, man. So I type in HO colon NMX on the NASDAQ deal, and that's where I'm getting that number from. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you right now, it has been within a penny or two. NASDAQ seems to spread the price out on the market close for Friday. They tend to not put it out until Monday, whereas ES Advantage puts it out Saturday night at midnight. Whatever the market close was Friday, we will see that change Saturday night at midnight. So yeah, there you go.
All right. Well,
I've shared it. I've spilled it, and we'll dip in more to it later.
Okay, I'll let you go so you can get on with that other interview. But I appreciate it. I was just curious about it because I'm beating my head up against the wall over this stuff.
Are you as surprised as we are that it's something so simple?
Yes.
I know. It blew me away when that popped up. Seriously. So let's do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring her back. Okay. And Ken, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you calling in.
Yeah. Bye.
And now we have the infamous D-Lo. Here it comes. Dolores. There you are.
I know.
So Roland Espinoza asked, you guys got anything going to Texas and back?
No, not at the moment.
Yeah, it's just Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. Right. Florida, Georgia, Alabama. And if you are running as a team, it can be a really good account to run surge on. I'm not going to say anything about the contract. Don't sign the contract. Don't sign the contract. Unless it's really something you want to do. But Dolores here is one of our planners, and she's awesome. Like, for real. And there's our child. Rosie, did you hear? Oh, no, that was a cat. I don't even know.
That was a cat.
Dang it. Sounded like a child. I got excited.
Son to sleep, thank you.
Nice. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about the Target account, she can answer them.
Yeah, I can't see anything, so you'll have to let me know.
If they pop up, I will let you know. And hey, D-Lo, thank you for calling. I like.
So how about Charlie's told me it's most team stuff. Are you able to guys to work?
It's good for team. We can. We have quite a few, actually. At the moment, we have more solos than we do teams. And they're kind of holding the account together at the moment.
Right.
Tentatively. Bubble guts and paperclip. But it's working out. We could run a solo pretty decent on most of the loads. It's a little different than OTR. As a solo, you would run more than likely every other day. Only because of the size of the load.
Okay. But because you can't turn them in a strong
solo. Right, exactly. Strong solos, however, can make it back. Say they leave on a load tonight, 10 o'clock. They can deliver the load, make it back tomorrow night around 1, 2 in the morning, maybe. After a 10-hour break, delivering the last stop, and catch a load again the following day.
But so you kind of got to prove yourself to do that.
Correct. And I know it seems like a lot of sit time because, technically it is. Don't get me wrong. However, it makes up for it in stop pay plus miles.
And that's how I make my $1.96 a mile last week. Was the accessorial pay, the stop pay, the fuel surcharge, all that stuff added up and brought me to that $1.96 for the week. So $35 a stop for owner operators on this account, guys. Just saying.
What about the DC in Corvallis, Oregon, where I originally am from? For the longest time, they said absolutely no mentors, whether it was contracted or surge or at all. How are you guys on that?
Oh no, we have many mentors, and we're looking for more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And mentors make up a good part because we have this one load. So we have a set amount of day loads, which why we do have day drivers. There comes occasion when they're sick or broken down or what have you. So we have the ability to double plan on occasion. That's something Charlie runs from.
Yeah.
But we do have that occasion, plus the pup trailer load, which is it's just 1 or 2 stops in Athens, Georgia, and it's a completely turnable load. Completely. We have 2 solos that can turn it, and we have some that can't.
With a little tiny short trailer. Looks just like the Lord. It's like teeny. It's no short one. I couldn't back that thing up to save my life.
We try, like the ideal planning scenario is to have a mentor in the first 50 hours or so, running that or the day runs until we can get them to 50 hours, and then we can use them on our larger loads. So that's ideal. If not those, then it's the Florida runs. They're quick, turnable. You can catch one every day.
Yeah,
if your team especially are running super solo like most mentors do.
And those are 600-700 miles, I think is the long. I think the Naples one is right around just short of 700 miles. So, and it's quick, easy, done.
6, 7. Yep.
I mean, you're back at the DC by like 6, 7 o'clock at night.
Okay.
We do have like our good mentors are the ones that actually know, been doing it for a while. They can get a new student every 3-4 weeks.
Oh yeah, their students are cranking miles out. Trust me, they're getting the hours that they need to do it. So yeah,
what I used to love doing surges with students when I was mentoring because, it was a totally a weak team situation. We still got to shut down and go to bed at some point, and the backing was great because you got some really challenging backs. You got a lot of backs. They definitely get their backing practice in.
No doubt.
When they're doing these stores.
That is for sure. That is for sure. Especially those Georgia ones, which is the biggest market. So you're definitely going to hit some Georgia in the account.
So Angel Diaz says he's going to head this way, and when he does, he's going to reach out. And I like Angel. Angel is one of the really smart people that I like dealing with. And I'm not saying like that he's smarter than most. I'm saying that Angel is a numbers person, and we dig numbers people. And I think Angel could actually turn some stuff out over there.
Well, I'll be in tomorrow, like you warned, though.
Right.
Wait for my coffee.
Yeah, let her get the coffee down, like for real. Dolores, thank you so much. You're awesome.
Absolutely.
I know you love Rosie more, but I love you. There you go. I said it publicly.
Bye.
Absolutely. Later.
Thanks so much. Bye. I don't even know where my buttons are. That was awesome, right? So there you guys see the beauty of the phone. We can get some stuff. I will you know what? Let me pull up that contact info right now. You guys cover me for just a second, and I will get some info up there. If I can find the right thing. Bear with me for a minute, guys. This is bad video on my part. I apologize.
How long does it take Target Store to unload you, Rosie? You can answer that because you're part of that.
I'm asleep at that time. See, I get there, and then all of a sudden I wake up, and we're heading back to the DC.
Most of my unloads are about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
My experience with all dedicated accounts, though, when you're doing store loads, it really depends on you, and if you could schmooze them a little bit,
right?
The more they like you, the faster they will work for you.
Weird, right?
So I could tell you one thing that'll keep you in a dock all day long is if you're stopping or going, hey, I gotta go.
Yeah, go in there and be grumpy to them. See how that works out. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Sorry, I'm still looking for stuff, guys. I apologize, but I want to get that information for you if I can. you see any questions up there, Jeff, by all means, snap them up.
Last one is the one you're working on, man.
Of course.
What is your Facebook name? Oh, Charlie is just Charlie, and I'm just Jeff, and Rosie is just Rosie.
Yep, Charlie Mahon. Mahon. And Jeffrey Morton. And Rosie Mahon. Mahon. Sorry, we don't have our full names up there like Jeff because he's smart. And let me.
And I don't have buttons, so I can't do.
So I found what I was looking for. Let me share that screen so it's on the video and people can see it and be all cool and stuff. And I'm going to share that screen and make it big and be like, bam, there you go. So Ida Azalea Harris is the on-site boss there. Dolores is one of her planners, and kind of like like, look, let's face the planners, like they'll crush you. I mean, so don't hurt the planners. But there you go. The information is you can call 386-466-3705 and speak to Dolores after she's had her coffee, y'all. After she's had her coffee. So, maybe 9 or 10 or something like that. Be a good time. Anytime after that. She leaves it around 4 or 5. I think 5 o'clock. I think is the time they dip out and they swap shifts. But Ida or Dolores or even Steve, who works the other part of the week that Dolores doesn't work, are good people to get information from. Just give them a call during, kind of those normal business hours. Like I said, don't hit them first thing in the morning. They're like 5 to 5 is what they work. You're probably better off waiting till after 9 or so. Hope that makes sense. Hope you got that number. And I'm going to pull that down because nobody wants to see that card anymore because it's fun to just, I don't know. You guys got any other questions though?
Somebody's hearing an echo on my.
That was from the phone call.
Oh, gotcha.
There's sometimes a weird echo that comes through the phones. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here I am going.
And let's see. I'm actually going to type my name out in the chat. So you can find me on Facebook. And it'll have some silly face like I have now.
Yay.
Yeah. I'm easy to find. Seriously, it pops up. You'll be able to find me. It's all good. But yeah. So reach out there. Like we said, Jeffrey Morton, Rosie Mahon, you can reach out to any of us and we'll be able to talk to you. And if one of us doesn't have an answer, we will find the answer you're looking for. I promise you. And we can usually do it pretty quick. Look, Alan, I've been telling you that all along. Everybody needs to move to Florida, or nobody needs to move to Florida. I'm not sure which way to do that. I'm just saying. What do you guys want from me? Seriously. Yeah, anytime. And seriously, reach out, PM, public, whatever. I don't care. I'll shoot you my number if you want it. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna do something weird right here. Look, I'm gonna give it to you right here. You can call my number, text me first because I won't answer it if I don't know who that kid is. I'm not even gonna pretend like I do. I just, if I don't see a name that I recognize, I swipe, y'all. I take a lot of phone calls every day, and it kills me. I'm like, holy crap. Toss up Florida, Texas, or Georgia. Yeah, for me it was Florida or Texas, and I settled on Florida because I like the weather better. Honestly, I like the desert. I'm a big fan of the desert. So. Yeah, by all means, take that number down, save that up for yourself, and give me a call, a text. Like I said, text me first, and I'll be glad to go over numbers if you want to. I don't mind. I like doing this stuff. Jeffrey loves doing it too, and Rosie, she'll just talk to you and be like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah,
what's going on? Oh, that's great." She's kind of a cool person that way. I almost called her a chick, but sometimes you can't use that word with certain people and they get upset, but not her. She's a broad too, by the way. A broad can be a lady, but not every lady can be a broad. You dig? I'm just sorry. Words of wisdom. I don't even know where that came from. I apologize. I'm probably digging a deep hole that I have to.
So we are so getting canceled.
Right? Right? Somebody's gonna file some sort of complaint. Whatever. What do you want from me? It's cool. We'll make it work. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, by all means, please throw them up. We'll get to them. Otherwise, we're probably going to wrap this thing up here in the next minute or 2 or 5. Like I try to do every week. I just want to thank you all for being here and spending your time with us, and it means a great deal to us. I know I say it every week, but I want you to understand that this is truly how we feel. We really, it's humbling that people will listen to us. We like to think that, hey, it's the numbers that do it, honestly. And I like to think that our shining personalities help a little bit. This guy right here. See, I did it wrong. Look, that guy right there. Love that guy. That lady, love her. Oh my God, you guys, right? So yeah, but if you guys don't have anything, I'll give you another minute. If not, we're gonna wrap this thing. And thank you once again for checking us out. I hope you guys don't mind the fact that we're not on the Facebook Live deal, because it's just a pain in the butt, and for us tracking our nerd numbers and all that. And
yeah, I mean,
like
I don't know about I don't know about y'all, but I was getting really tired of Charlie's Facebook user jokes.
Right? Hey, Facebook user, you're on. Oh wait, never mind. But like Alan, Alan was one of those guys that we were just killing him with the numbers, and finally he's like, "Oh my God, they made sense." He now has a completely different truck, completely different operation, and has increased his bottom line income tremendously from it. So, I'm just saying that stuff's real, and the numbers are what matter to us.
Even for us, Charlie, I mean, this whole evolution towards getting away from the comm data,
right,
the head with numbers, because we just done the same thing for over a decade, right?
Right.
I'm like I can't remember his name, the guy you were talking to earlier. Was it that his initial response was, "Well, I just do what I do,"
right?
Until someone hit us over the head with numbers. So
right. Yeah, I killed Mark Ollinger with the numbers today, and I mean, I killed him with some numbers today, all over the place, and that's going to be the straw for him, and I'm glad for it, because he's already doing tremendously. I'm just going to throw it out there, and this is going to be even better. So, I mean, it is what it is, you guys. The numbers are what's important. Remember to run the numbers, guys and gals, and watch your speed. Yes, Craig Hutchinson, one of my people. Slow it down a little bit, y'all. You'll make more money that way.
Hey, I'll give a shout out to Charlie on this one, because I've been beating him over the head ever since we met over speed. And now
absolutely,
I'm still running my 60 that I've been doing for 15 years, and he's down to 55 and make.
I'm going to mess with him. Ready? Watch this. Hey, Jeff, how fast did you drive today to get to Memphis?
Because I wanted to make the show. Okay, but I did pump it all the way up to 68 for about 200 miles.
68 miles an hour from Jeff Morton.
And I know that it cost me money, and that's how dedicated I am to this project.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Sean, you don't have to hide it. I mean, you can send me a PM. That's cool. The info on the load board is what it is. I mean, if you heard something, by all means, throw it up there. I don't mind. It's not going to hurt my feelings any. I mean, you could say whatever you want to say about it. It's free country, and that's why we're here, to talk about real things. If you want to throw it up, man. If not, you can reach out to me on the side. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't care where the information comes from. We just want
hang on. I actually got the PM. Give me just a second. No,
the weather in Memphis itself is fine. If you're coming north out of Jackson, Mississippi, though, you got about 100 miles of just terrible downpour. But that's about all I experienced today.
Sean, what she said is exactly what I've been saying all along. Sue told you, her thoughts on it, and that's cool. And I can tell you my thoughts on it. There is not enough freight on it to support what we currently have utilizing it, and that's because of the back end stuff. Right now, there's too many steps that they have to take, and it requires people to go in and click on buttons to get things assigned and dispatched and all that. And there's a lot of steps, and they can't do that until they get the automation side of it done, which is the back end programming they need to fix. And then we will see the freight volume increased tremendously, but it's all because of that back end coating. They can't get that to work. Once they get that to work, we'll be gold. And then we can start working on bigger, better things.
So to give a little bit more context to that too, and I don't want to like bust on Swift too much, even though I enjoy it sometimes like everybody else does. So my best friend, he's a project manager at a software company. I mean, I told him what the issue we were having was AS400. The dude started laughing. He said, nobody's used that system soon. I'm like, well, you know, it's a legacy system. Same thing happened when I worked for the phone company. They were running your phone service off a mainframe that's built in the 1970s.
Right.
So the reason millions of dollars to update these systems, though. And so in order to try and save money, what they do is they try and come up with a compatibility type mode to merge the systems that they already have. And it's turning out to be kind of a nightmare on this load board thing. So that's, you know, Jerry probably bought this system when he got his first 200 trucks. So
oh yeah, it was like state of the art, yo.
It was state of the art then, but it's not now.
You're right. And
So,
Roland, now granted, I haven't been on the board in the last week or two, and I've heard that complaint before that, you know, it's live unload and live load. I don't actually mind that part of it. I actually found a better experience that way, and because it was load board freight, we weren't treated as the typical Swift guys because they didn't even know it was Swift, honest to God. And so you were treated fairly, and most of my live loads and unloads went flawlessly and quick. I mean, seriously, you know, definitely under that detention time. So I got no complaints there. And then your statement that, sorry, let me throw it up there. Your statement that, you know, their heavy loads are not worth it. So like I said, Mark Ollinger runs Bush Beans, is grossed out most of the time, runs from Tennessee over those big giant mountains up to Wisconsin. That guy's getting 8.5 miles per gallon and making money. Enough money that when he gets to the end of his lease, he's going to stroke a check for $60,000 and make that balloon payment. So to argue that the loads are too heavy and you can't make money, I would say you're driving too fast. And, you know, I mean, being real here, you need to adjust for that. But even Mark Ollinger actually drives faster than I would like him to drive. He is actually starting to slow down now and seeing the increase in the gains there as well. So yeah, there you go. Not to bust you out, just going to throw it out there. If you're not making the money, maybe there's something else you need to look at. And yeah, I mean, because a heavy load shouldn't be your deciding factor, just not to pull it, because if it's getting you to a better load, better freight, running you miles, I mean, 80,000 pounds grossed out, you can still make some damn good money on. Just requires you to slow down and plan your route a little bit better sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've dealt with that argument my entire career as an owner-operator at Swift. These guys, so I don't take anything over 32,000.
Right.
And then you get into it a little more, and I will take heavier freight from time to time. Get that there really isn't anything else, you know, and it's going to get me to a market where I know that there's 10,000 pound freight. So my ratio, even though I take pretty much anything they throw at me, you know, it's not be 500 miles in 5 days, but
right.
As long as it makes sense and I can grab something else fairly quickly after that, I'll take those heavy loads. And my ratio of heavy to light, 1 heavy load and then 3 light loads. So only a quarter of my freight is that really heavy stuff, but I'll pull it.
Right.
You know, it's better than sitting there. You know, I'm one of those people, I'm either making money or spending money. Yeah, I was just telling Charlie that I could have stopped earlier today because Swift wanted me to because of some weather, I don't know, weather.
Right.
Around here, some tornadoes or some made up. But, you know, if I'd stopped
right.
at the Loves, I knew what I was going to do. I was going to go in, I was going to get a hamburger, which is not good for my diabetes and cost $15.
Right.
You know, so I came to the terminal instead, where I'll cook my chicken in my truck, not spend the money. I mean, I'm just one of those. So if I do a 34 in Ontario at the Petro, I don't pay for parking because I spent well over $20 a day.
Right. And Sean, that is a true statement. Miles is money, and that is the bottom line.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sorry. I don't accept that anything over 32,000 or 35,000 you can't make money on. I've made money running gross through the Rockies. I'm just saying, you know, I just slow the hell down and use the terrain to my benefit. Those downhills, there's no throttle, yo. I just let it happen. We go with it. Gravity is my buddy in those situations. And I climb the hills, listening to my turbo since I don't have a turbo meter. And I listen to my stop it, Jeff. I see you shaking your head. But whatever. I listen to my turbo and I try to keep that howl down. And I've noticed it absolutely helps my fuel mileage. You know, less whistle, less money spent. You know, that means going up the hill a little bit slower and you know, coming down those hills, man, she goes. So, you know, just let it happen. Oh, see, I almost went to that bad analogy. Rosie knows exactly where I was just about to go. And I stopped myself. Thank God, because we would have got complaints over that one for sure.
Now everybody wants to know, though, Charlie.
Yeah, you'll have to reach out to me and this is not a public statement. I apologize. This is
yeah, I don't know. I get the argument that you make more money per mile running the lighter freight. I do. You know, again, are you really going to sit there for 3 days waiting for light freight? Let me clue you on this too. Sometimes when you take those heavy loads, those planners have been trying to get that load done for days, and nobody wants it. You take that load and you say, "Hey, what else you got?" They build a stack for you.
And then you got a 10,000 pound load from Southern California to Pennsylvania.
Roll loads out of Oregon, drop it down there by the in Otay Mesa, and you get Samsung like 5,000 pounds literally going to Pennsylvania. So
right. Like seriously, and those are absolute gold because you might as well be empty at that point. I mean, let's face it, you know. All right, guys, we're gonna call this a wrap. Once again, thank you all for being here. My love, do you have anything you'd like to say? Some words of wisdom, final thoughts.
All good.
There you go.
Thank you, everyone, for hanging out.
There you go. Put her on the spot. She loves when I do that right there. It just makes her feel so comfortable.
Makes you feel like a princess.
Right? Sean Holloway, exactly. Scratch the back, no scratch yours. Keep planners happy and your bank account happy. That's exactly right there. Jeff, any final words of wisdom from you today, sir?
Just to Antar Evans, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but energy, man, I'm going to bed after this. I've got no energy.
Right? We're faking it, yo.
We totally fake it.
Oh God. We see, I almost went to another dark place. See, this proves it's nap time. I gotta work. I gotta get up early in the morning and actually work tomorrow. It's weird. I don't even know how to process this. But Rosie's gonna go down to Tampa and go hang out with the girls since her sister's flying in from Cali tomorrow, and she's gonna hang with the other sister, and they're gonna go do girly things. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna drink wine, get drunk, and fall down. That's what's gonna happen right there. And then they're going to cry. Oh, my God, I love you so much. Anyhow, whatever.
I'm taking my tent to put in the backyard.
Oh, yeah. We're totally taking a tent down there. They're going to be like, what the hell are you guys doing? We're like, if the tents is shaking, go make us some bacon. What? See, I went there. Look, I got to get out of this, you guys. You know, once again, thank you guys for staying with us for this hour. I'm off to Vegas tomorrow. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Oh, love it. We're going to be in Vegas April 15th, 16th, and 17th. There's a big group of us out there. They're going to be meeting up, just hanging out. If you want to join us, hit us up. Let us know. We'll make time to come hang out with you guys. Once again, dang it, I still don't have it. That's Jeff. That's Rosie. I'm Charlie. This is Swift Contractors Corner. And thanks, guys. You're awesome. We'll see you next week at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. Have fun. Be safe.